Daytime baseball here on MLB Network. Opening day is here as we get the new season underway with a good matchup between the Minnesota Twins and the Baltimore Orioles. Hello again, everybody. Baseball is back. Welcome to our special opening day broadcast on MLB Network. I'm joined by Dan Plesac. And Dan, as we get things going this season, it's pitching that has to be key if this team's going to have success.
Just like any team, pitching is going to be a key factor for this ball club as the year plays out. I'm sure the staff will have its ups and downs, but if they can pitch like they can, I think this team is going to be pretty successful.
The game's count starting now. Opening day on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2018 Baltimore Orioles.
Quickly now, a look at the two men who are entrusted with the starting pitching assignment here to begin the new year. And now here's a look at the Minnesota Twins starting lineup. Mark, what do you have on this lineup as they go for their first win?
Yeah, Matty, this team poses a lot of problems offensively. This is a scary lineup because they can beat you in a variety of ways. Not only do they have power in the middle of the order, but a ton of speed that can put some serious pressure on the defense.
Jim Palmer gets the call to pitch here on opening day in front of the hometown crowd. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, this ought to be fun to watch in this one here today. A guy with over 2,000 career strikeouts. Think about it. He knows how to get swings and misses, and he knows how to paint the corners. Hopefully he'll bring some of that in this one here, and he should be fun to watch.
All right, let's take a look at the defensive alignment for the Orioles. And let's take a look at Jonathan Schoop, another one of the versatile new regime ball players. Ability to play second base, turn to double play at 6'2", 200+ pounds, and move over to third base with a rocket arm.
Here's Byron Buxton now, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Leading off the afternoon for Minnesota, center fielder Byron Buxton.
Here comes the first pitch. And spring training is officially behind us now as the first pitch of the season is looked at for ball one. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Takes a knee-high fastball. Missed with a slider.
Well, that's a good pitch, but you have to get a little bit closer to the plate than that. That's that big sweeping slider. If it was a little closer, you might get a swing.
The 2-1. He's in there for strike number 2.
You know, from an offensive standpoint, they already knew they had their work cut out for him against a great pitcher. But if he's going to locate like that, this is going to be a tough day.
Here now the 2-2. Good job going down and hanging with it that time. Ready with another 2-2. And a fastball swung on and missed, and the leadoff man is gone to open up the ball game.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with the strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
Into the box now, Jorge Polanco. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. And that's just off the corner and low, ball 2. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Ed Drummond.
Yeah, Matty. Hey, you know what, Dero? This Ed Drummond, he's a good umpire. Fair umpire, good ball and strike umpire. Pretty much straight down the road.
That's all you look for, Dan. Just be consistent. I don't care if you're given 2 to 3 inches off the outside corner, but you can't do it on the inside corner. If you're going to stick to one thing and stay consistent with it, no player will have a gripe with you.
Boy, sometimes they say you hit it hard, good things will happen. Well, that's not the case right there. That was a bullet that just stayed up and is caught in the outfield.
Stepping in now, Rod Carew, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. And a neck-high fastball that time. So 1-1. It is a fastball in off the plate for a ball. Lifted down the line in left. Mancini sprinting after it. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. Down go the Twins in order, and now the O's will get their first crack at it. No score. Now a moment here in Baltimore for the Orioles starting lineup. Dero, what do you got on this lineup in the series opener?
Well, Matty, you take a look at this lineup today going against a power arm on the other side. You could see a little bit of ambush tactics employed by this offense in this lineup. Swinging the bat early, not wanting to go too deep in the count where he can rack up a ton of strikeouts. Be on the lookout for some early swings out of this lineup.
Bert Blyleven is on the mound for the season opener on the road in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, this guy might not be Captain K, but when you have over 3,000 career strikeouts, you're doing something right. He's been a good pitcher ever since he came into the league, and he's showing no signs of slowing down. It'll be fun to watch him do his thing in this one here today.
Okay, here's how the Twins are lining up defensively. And let's focus our attention on second baseman Brian Dozier. We know what he can do from the offensive standpoint, light tower power. But he doesn't get enough credit for his defense, his ability to manipulate the bag and do all this while his hair never moves.
Coming to the plate now, Brooks Robinson. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. The pitch. And that misses, ball 1. Now the 1-0. The 1-1 home. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Another one sent foul.
Batter's going to have to find a way to regroup right there. That caught too much of the plate. He knew it. He missed it. He might not get another opportunity to put the ball in play.
Driven down the left field line. Will it stay fair? It's down, and their first hit of the new campaign is going for extra bases. And he will get in there with his first big league hit, a double. And there's probably no happier person in the ballpark. Brooks Robinson has just collected his first hit in the big leagues, and as is customary, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
Yeah, good for him, and congratulations. Listen, he's worked his entire lifetime for this moment, and he's obviously trying to play it cool right now, but you can bet inside his head he's on top of the world.
Ready now for Baltimore, Trey Mancini. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And that one just missed outside. Right side, hit hard. And that's through into right field for a base hit. And they'll put the brakes on at third. Runners at the corners with nobody out.
Batting third.
Hey, not a great start for the pitcher right here. Started off with a double, now add in a single, and one of your middle-of-the-order bats is coming to the dish. Man, I don't think this was the start he was imagining warming up in the bullpen.
Into the box, Eddie Murray. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. And they're runners at the corners now. Here it comes, 1-0. That one's going to find the seats, strike one. Runners are at first and third with none out. Two balls and a strike to the Orioles first baseman.
Boy, he better get it back together here quick because he's got two guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
Now the 2-1 is laid off of for ball number 3.
Couldn't be a whole lot better situation to hit in now. 3-1, 2 on. He's got to be thinking he's going to get a pitch he can drive right here.
Might have jammed him a little there as this is softly hit and foul off to the left. Runners at the corners here, nobody out. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Buxton looking up, gone into the home bullpen for a home run. So a 3-run blast to deep center here. First home run of the campaign for him. And the Orioles have now taken a 3-0 lead.
Hey, you come out of spring training feeling pretty good about your swing. And how about this? Your first at bat of the year. Kaboom. This could lead to a very big year. First at bat, home run. Not a bad way to start.
Standing in now, Cal Ripken. As he'll take a look at a curveball that misses wide for ball one. Three runs already home here. And they won't get him to chase the curveball in the dirt that time, and it's 2-0 now.
Wow, not a great spot to be in right now. 2-0 to a great hitter like this. This is when you really have to pay attention as a pitcher. And if you have good off-speed stuff, this might be the time to start mixing in your off-speed stuff.
Throws in time, and that's out number one.
Well, I think he got away with one right there. It was a fastball right down the middle, and he hit it hard, but he couldn't elevate it at all. Would have been a different story if he did.
Now in the box, Manny Machado. Here it comes. And he gets ahead 0-1. Blyleven is sort of a curious case as a starter. Usually doesn't walk many guys, but at times he ends up giving up his share of hits. The translation on that is that he throws a lot of strikes, but oftentimes they are hittable strikes.
One of the keys, Matt, you'll have to watch from this guy. At times he kind of tiptoes, he tap dances around the strike zone. He has good stuff, but when he falls behind in the count, he tends to nibble a little bit. Then when he brings the ball into the strike zone, and when he does, he becomes much more predictable. And what happens with that? The hits per 9 innings tend to go up.
Popped him up. And this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. The 0-2 once more. And a curveball that time that broke too low.
Those 0-2 curveballs are really tough for guys to lay off. There's a reason it's such a common pitch in that count, but he did well to spit on it there.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
He's got him on the ropes at 2-2, but I don't think he'll try to get him out with another curveball. He's seen it already a couple of times, so it's not going to surprise him anymore.
Still 2-2. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Outside and a full count, 3-2.
You can certainly tell at-bats like this one frustrate the heck out of a pitcher. But you got to find a way to stay composed and execute your plan.
There's ball 4.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
So digging in now, Jonathan Schoop. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1.
I think this inning could have far-reaching effects in this game. They're really making him work, and unless he dials it in, it's probably going to limit how deep he goes into this game.
The 1-0 is laid off, but in there for strike 1. Schoop, who's nicknamed Mamba, his contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
Yeah, Matty, there's 3 dates: the time you get called up, and the time you get to arbitration, and one when you finally hit free agency, where you have a chance to truly enjoy this game and get paid for all the hard work. And this is the start of it. The arbitration process allows these guys to finally start making some real dollars in this game. Hey guys, he doubled up on that breaking ball. The batter obviously timed the first one. Second one, he was not going to let go. Good wood on that one, able to drive it for a base hit.
Here's the center fielder now, Adam Jones. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Another first inning RBI opportunity for him here. And Jones takes this one for a ball, 1-1. And a double steal try here. Hit in the air down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. Again, he sends it out of play.
That wasn't a terrible pitch right there. But if he's going to execute and get this swing and a miss, he's going to have to get that ball a little bit further down. Maybe even potentially bounce the next one.
And this is swung on and missed by Jones as he's down on strikes for the second out.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
Into the box now, Colby Rasmus. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. Machado at second. Schoop on at first with 2 down. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
In today's game, if you're not disciplined for striking out, why would you change your approach with 2 strikes right here? Expect this guy to try and drive the baseball right here.
Ooh, tough to lay off there, but it's called a ball. 1-2.
Hey, this is a big pitch right here. Can't allow them to tack on any more runs. Let's see if he attacks his zone or buries something in the dirt.
Blyleven pauses. Here's the 1-2. Still 1-2. Two men are on with 2 men out. And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as this side is retired. But the Orioles push across 3 on the strength of a 3-run home run. We'll head to the top of the second. It's now 3-0 Baltimore. Up next for Minnesota, Harmon Killebrew. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
Love jumping out to an early 3-0 lead, but this game is far from over. A lot of innings left to be played. He's going to have to continue to execute out on that mound.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Squared that one up just a little late. A 2-ball 1-strike count to the Twins' first baseman. Now the 2-1. Takes a pitch for strike number 2. Here now the 2-2. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
Pretty easy pitch to lay off there. 2-2. Not even close to being in the strike zone. He made it easy for the hitter in that one.
And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
Here's Brian Dozier now, and he fouls this one off. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And boy, was he ever fooled on that pitch. It's 0-2 now.
I always felt this was the toughest pitch for me to pick up. A good executed slider, and that's exactly what happened right there. You get an ugly swing.
Might have been looking to find that outside corner, but he couldn't quite get it there. It's 1-2. The 1-2. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. And he held up in time, but it's strike 3 called, and there are 2 down.
Hate to be Captain Obvious here, but he looks great to begin this start. That's already 3 Ks for him in the first 5 hitters. It'd be awesome to see him keep up this pace.
Here's Miguel Sano. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swinging a ball hit in the air to right field, and deep back is the right fielder, but he will look up and watch this one sail out of here. A solo shot that time for Miguel Sano. First home run of the campaign for him, and the Twins are on the board now. It's a 3-1 ball game.
I'll tell you, he looked like he was on cruise control, striking out the first two batters. But if this game teaches you anything, it's that you can never take him out for granted. Exhibit A, a homer.
Stepping in now, Eddie Rosario. Fouled away. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. Changed up on him as this is grounded to second. Taken in by Scope. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. But the Twins at least do get one back on this solo home run. On to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Orioles 3 and the Twins 1. Standing in, Caleb Joseph. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1. Here it comes, 1-0. And they won't get him to chase the curveball in the dirt that time, and it's 2-0 now.
It's never advantageous to fall behind 2-0 as a pitcher, but if you're going to do it, it's far better to do it with a guy down in the bottom of the order. Time for a challenge fastball right here, though.
2 balls and a strike. Now the 2-1 pitch. Little dribbler down the line. And there's one down now.
Third baseman, number 5, Brooks Robinson.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Brooks Robinson. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. 1 out, nobody on. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2. And a fastball blew it right by him, and there are 2 down.
He's looking a lot sharper and has settled in here in this second inning. It'd be hard not to, because that first inning was pretty much a mess. But I give him credit for letting it go and making some really good adjustments.
And here's the big right-handed power threat, Trey Mancini. As he'll take a look at ball 1. A base hit in his first trip. Fastball in there for a strike. 92 on the radar gun that time. Liner in there for a base hit.
You never want to beat a pitcher that breaks a guy out of the slump, but this guy was too good. You knew it was a matter of time before he started barreling baseballs. That gives him a multi-hit game, and I'm sure he's feeling good about it.
Digging in to try it again, Eddie Murray. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
Boy, this guy right here with that last AB, how about straightaway center field? He hits a bomb, and as a pitcher, you're trying to pitch to the big part of the ballpark. But a guy like this, if he has pop to hit it out to center field, I might have to think pitching this guy down and away down on the corner.
He's set. Here it comes. 0-1 the count.
Well, that was a big two-out single we just saw, and for pretty obvious reasons. The inning went from totally under control to now. He's got to deal with some dangerous hitters here with a runner on base, and this is how two-out rallies start.
1-1 to the potent switch-hitting bat of Eddie Murray. Mancini leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Driven nicely into the gap. Mancini rounds third and is digging for the plate. Safe at the plate as they extend their lead to 3.
Well, we've already had some hard-hit balls in the first 2 innings here, and here's another one. Absolutely jumped off his bat and into the outfield, bringing another run home here in the early going.
Into the box, Cal Ripken. And this one's in the dirt. And no advance. It's ball 1. Two out here and a runner at second. Ripken in front, 2 balls and no strikes.
This offense is absolutely feasting on these count leverage situations. If he's going to have any chance of feeling good about his effort tonight, this pitcher has got to get back in the strike zone.
Now the 2-0 home is looked at for the first strike.
Pretty adamant about working him inside right now. Back-to-back fastballs, and that one was able to find the zone.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Oh, and he extends nicely, and this ball driven to right field and deep. A leap, but this is out of reach and off the wall. He pulls into second safely as a run will score on the play as well. And there's probably no happier person in the ballpark. Cal Ripken has just collected his first hit in the big leagues. And as is customary, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
Yeah, good for him, and congratulations. Listen, he's worked his entire lifetime for this moment, and he's obviously trying to play it cool right now, but you can bet inside his head, he's on top of the world.
Here's Manny Machado now, as he'll take a breaking ball too low, and it's 1-0. Reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance. A ball and a strike now to Machado. 2 out here and a runner at second. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 pitch. Grounded up the first baseline. But this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2. Here now the 2-2 is laid off and the count runs full.
Some pitchers fall into the trap of giving in on 3-2 because they don't want to walk the guy. But with the base open, it's not the end of the world if you do. You still need to make a quality pitch.
Hit in the air out toward left. Rosario is there, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. We've played 2 full. The Orioles lead it 5-1. There's the Inner Harbor in downtown here in Baltimore. Charm City as it's nicknamed, as the 3rd inning is set to get underway now. Max Kepler the next to grab a bat, as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Late decision to swing that time, and as a result it's 0-2.
I can't imagine he was sitting on fastball at his neck right there. He is going to have to lower his sights if he's going to have any chance.
And it's fouled away.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
Here's another 0-2. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2. The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2.
Man, this at bat has changed quickly from 0-2 now to 2-2. A good job of plate discipline by this hitter, not chasing those pitches just off the plate.
The 2-2. Still even at 2-2.
He was able to foul that one off, but you could tell he was definitely late. That breaking ball, the pitch before that heater right there, definitely threw his timing off.
The 2-2 one more time. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Nearly a big fly to start the inning. Instead, a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And that one stayed up a little high.
He's definitely going to want to get greedy in his zone, and he's obviously seeing the ball well, or he would have swung at that pitch. Sometimes in these long, epic at-bats, you start to get into swing mode.
Hit sharply on the ground to the left, and that's through for a hit. So the leadoff man is aboard to start out the inning.
Hey guys, that fires me up right there. He stuck his nose in there, grinded out a 10-pitch AB, and delivers a knock. That was fun to watch.
Jason Castro, the catcher, is in as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. Castro, a California-born ball player. He was a first-round pick during the 2008 draft.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on the superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
And the reason he's working away so much here is because he's got that big hole on the right side of the infield to worry about. With the first baseman holding the runner on, it's always smart to pitch into the defense you have behind you.
Outside, 3-0 now. Byron Buxton waits on deck. Nobody out, runner on first. Yeah. 3-1. And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
Always tough to issue a free pass, but especially troublesome when you give up a single right before that to start the inning. We'll see if he can figure out a way to wiggle out of this.
Ready for another chance? Byron Buxton. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. First delivery to him on the way. A ball and no strikes.
This is absolutely a huge spot right here. They have to find a way to get something out of this half inning. I don't care if it's 1 run or 2 runs. You have to find a way to at least give yourself a little shot of confidence that you can get back into this one.
And he watches one miss outside. 2-0 now.
Got to find a way to execute either a good fastball down and away or flip something off speed for a strike. You cannot miss over the heart of the plate in these situations. The hitter is on high alert.
And this is on the ground to first. Could be 2. 1 there, but they won't get 2 as he beats the relay to first.
Now batting, shortstop.
Riding in once again, Jorge Polanco. Hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat. From the stretch. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Here comes the 0-1. Swinging a ball hit well to the right side, but this will get into the crowd. Runners are at first and third, 1 away. A ball and 2 strikes to the Twins shortstop.
You know, Matty, I'm not surprised by that pitch. Raise the eye level a little bit. Maybe we get something bouncing in the dirt right here.
The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2.
All right, no more hoping he's going to chase. It's 2-2 now. You've got to come up with the best pitch right here because this is definitely a strikeout situation.
Runners are at the corners with 1 man out. Here's a look over to first, and the runner back. Runners on the move for second. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The throw is not close as he's in there with a stolen base. So he can't make contact there on strike 3, but meanwhile the runner on first takes second here with 2 men away. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Rod Carew, 0 for 1 here in the early going. First offering on its way. Fastball off the plate away for ball 1.
Boy, his pitch count has really spiked here in this inning. He's up to over 50 already.
Kepler at third. Buxton on at second with 2 down. Lifted the other way out to left center. Mancini over to his left. He's got it, and that'll get him out of the jam. Twins strand a pair. They're down here 5-1. Digging in, Jonathan Scope. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1.
Hey, let's not sugarcoat it. He's had a rough couple innings. He's going to have to find a way, whether it be mechanically or mentally, to be able to stay in this game.
That's wide, 2-0. Two 2-0 count, and the pitch. This one's down to third. To his left, Sano. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
The center fielder number 10, Adam Jones.
So 1 away here with the bases empty, and standing in the fine center fielder Adam Jones. Here comes the first pitch. Takes a good curveball at the knees.
Okay, I see where this guy's going, right? He wants to pitch backwards, a little 0-0 curveball. Don't be shocked if this hitter's sitting all over that same pitch right here.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. The pitch. Down the first baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 now. Bases are empty, one man out. Got him.
Up next for the Orioles, right fielder.
At the plate, Colby Rasmus
Rasmus.
looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
You know, Matty, when I first broke into the league, you wouldn't see that high heater first pitch right out of the gate. But I think there's been a change in philosophy here. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, guys wanted to attack you more east-west, get you leaning left-right. Now you're seeing guys attacking the philosophy more north-south. Just with launch angles and exit velocities, I think guys are afraid to throw that sinking fastball for fear that guys are just going to run their barrel into it. Not the case with the high fastball.
Curveball locks him up, strike three, and that's the third out. 1, 2, 3 go the Orioles. They lead this one, though, 5-1. Now the number 4 Minnesota hitter, Harmon Killebrew. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Harmon Killebrew.
First pitch coming. Here it is. First pitch is a fastball inside. 1-0. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. And here's a ball hit in the air. And foul. So 1-1 is taken for ball 2. The 2-1 home. Doesn't hit the target. It's ball 3.
I know this team has been struggling offensively, but here's a perfect situation with a 3-1 count. You have a chance to do some damage. You know you're getting a guaranteed fastball.
And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
3-2.
Now the payoff pitch home. And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin stanza number 4.
That was a great battle right there. He tried to get him to chase, but he laid off some really tough pitches and got a walk. Got to tip the cap to the batter that time.
Here's Brian Dozier now. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
1-0.
A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1.
This is where he might need a mound visit, whether it be from the shortstop, his pitching coach, or the catcher. These last couple of pitches have certainly gotten away from him.
He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2. Now the 2-0. Finds the zone, strike 1. Killebrew gets his lead at first, nobody out. And that misses there, so he runs the count full now.
Well, I think this is the kind of approach they need against such a prolific starter. You can't count on putting up a lot of runs, so getting him out of the game has to be the priority. Working at bats, full counts, running up the pitch count is a great way of doing that.
Rasmus has a read on it, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Up next for Minnesota, third baseman, Miguel Sano.
The next twin up, Miguel Sano. And he's off to a hot start in this one. Homered his first time around. Here's the first pitch to him. And there's one he'd like to have over again. Missed high with the slider. Fastball way outside, and that's trouble. And he'll make it in easily at second, as I'd imagine that'll be scored a passed ball.
Looked like a four-seamer that just kept rising on him, and he couldn't get the mid up in time to catch it. Really no excuse for that. That'll go as a pass ball, and deservedly so.
Three and oh now. Eddie Rosario will be next. 5-1 our score as we play the fourth here. Hey. 3-1. Set. Here's the 3-1. Hard ground ball to third. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
The left fielder, number 20, Eddie Rosario.
So coming to the plate, Eddie Rosario. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch on its way. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1. Breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball.
Well, he's got a base open to use right here, and it looks like he might not be afraid to do that by the way he's pitching him.
1 run, 2 hits, and no errors in the ball game for Minnesota. Changeup in for a strike.
Love the pitch call there. 2-0. You know the guy's geared up for a fastball, and you drop a changeup in the zone. That's going to be a tough pitch to handle.
Here's the 2-1 home. Shin high fastball that time. Ball 3. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
You know he wants to end this inning right here on 3-2, but I don't think we'll see him lay one in on the next pitch there with a base open to work with.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Another payoff pitch. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. Twins wind up stranding 1. They're down 5-1. So striding forward now, Caleb Joseph comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Caleb Joseph.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Smoke toward the hole. There is Dozier. And that's the first out.
Now batting, third baseman, Brooks Robinson.
Back to the top of the Oriole lineup now, and stepping in, Brooks Robinson. 1 for 2, including a double back in the first. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Looks at a curveball over the inside corner.
Hey, big curveball right there. He's able to steal a strike. I don't blame the batter one bit. That looked out of the zone, out of the hand, but he was able to drop it in at the top of the strike zone.
A good pitch there on 0-1 as this is hit foul over to the right side. Strike 2 now. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Well, he's really locked in at this point in the game on the bump. So far this inning, 4 pitches and 2 outs. Got the first guy on 1 pitch, and then absolutely dominates this at bat with a 3-pitch strikeout.
And here's the big right-handed power threat, Trey Mancini. He reached on a single last time and later wound up scoring. And that misses for ball 1. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Missed with a breaking ball.
2 balls, no strike.
Timing just to tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. Now the 2-1. It's a fastball that misses.
This is good patience here to work at the 3-1, especially after 2 quick outs to start the inning. Even if you don't end up getting a hit or drawing a walk, at least you're making the guy work a little bit and giving your pitcher a chance to rest a little.
Blyleven into his motion. Here's the 3-1. And that one's taken outside for a ball. He walked him. So no 1-2-3 inning here. They've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
Now batting, first baseman, Eddie Murray.
Trying to pick things up where we left off. Eddie Murray, 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. He's set and the pitch. A swing and he pulls it down the line and deep. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul. So a missed opportunity there. A swing and he pulls it down the line and deep. And he just couldn't keep that ball fair as it winds up a long foul ball. Nothing in 2 count and the pitch. And that's a swinging strike 3 in the dirt. Throw to first is in time and the inning is over. Orioles leave 1. They're up 5-1. Standing in, Max Kepler. He singled his last time up.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going. And the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Now here's the pitch. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. A high fastball is in there.
He's had to be sitting out over that outer half of the plate. For him to take those first 2 pitches right there, finds himself 0-2. I'll be surprised if the pitcher doesn't go right back to that spot.
Lifted down the line in left. Mancini is after it, and that will end up a foul ball. The next 0-2. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
I think we're starting to see the frustration mount from this offense. It's been a pretty dominant performance on the mound, and these hitters have had no answer for anything he's throwing up there. That will wear on you if it lasts throughout most of the game like it has here.
Jason Castro, the catcher, is in. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. He drew a base on balls his first time up. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And he misses again. 2-0. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Now a swing and a fly ball. And no one will track it down. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
It'd be great right here if he was able to work himself on base. You got the leadoff hitter on deck, and you know the middle of the order's coming up right behind him.
Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
2 up, 2 down on strikes in this inning. He looks really sharp out there, guys.
Byron Buxton.
Here's Byron Buxton now. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Belt high and right down the middle for a strike.
This guy's one of the best bunters in the league, but with 2 outs, I'm not sure that's a really good play right now. He might be forced to go ahead and swing the bat and try to get an extra base hit here with 2 outs.
Hit in the air down the right field line. But no chance to run it down. It's a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fouled off. The 0-2 once more. Is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Digging in and looking for more. Cal Ripken. He doubled earlier in the game. 1 for 2 to this point. Here's the first pitch to him. Takes a knee-high fastball.
Well, he's still out there to start the 5th inning, but it's been a real grind of a start for him. The pitch count is much higher than he'd like it to be, so it's hard to imagine him working really deep into this game.
And a curveball that started low and broke lower. Ball 1. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Liner toward right center, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
There's another line drive leadoff single right now. I mean, they've had an unbelievable scouting report on these pitchers today. They are finding barrels. They are not trying to do too much. Guys are staying in the big part of the field and hitting everything on the screws.
Ready for another shot now. Manny Machado. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat. Very weakly on the ground, but it gets fouled. 5 runs, 8 hits, and no errors for the Orioles so far. Hit down the third base line, but this will get foul for strike 2. A ball and 2 strikes to the Orioles shortstop. Some movement now in the Minnesota bullpen as a right-hander's up and throwing. Heading out toward shallow right. Kepler has it in his sights. 1 away.
The second baseman, number 6, Jonathan Schoop.
Here's Jonathan Schoop now. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far. First offering on its way. A line shot to third base, but the runner is back in time to avoid the double play.
The center fielder, number 10, Adam Jones.
So 2 are gone now in the Baltimore 5th, and standing in the fine center fielder Adam Jones. Blyleven pauses. Here comes the first pitch. Off the plate and low here, ball one. Line drive to center field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. One left for the Orioles. They lead this one, though, 5-1. Ready once again, Jorge Polanco. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck outside last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
Here's the pitch. Now a swing and a ground ball, but a foul ball here, 0-1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
This guy's pitching really well in this one so far. You could just see he's awful confident, attacking the strike zone, and when he comes off the mound at the end of the inning, looks like he stepped in a big old bucket of sassy.
And they'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. Counts even, 2-2 for Polanco. Here now the 2-2. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Mancini ranging forward. He gets there and makes the play for the first out.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Rod Carew.
Ready for another shot now. Rod Carew. It was a fly out for him in his last trip. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that one just missed outside.
He's been doing a nice job out there on the mound, but the deeper you get into the game, the more the hitters have seen you. This is the part of the lineup that he has to be really careful with.
The 1-0. And he fouls this one off. The 1-1. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Scope towards second. He's got it. And there are two away now.
The batter, first baseman, Harmon Killebrew.
Ready for another chance. Harmon Killebrew. It was a walk in his last trip. First pitch on its way. He's got a piece of the fastball that time as it's chopped foul at the plate for strike one. And with just 5 2/3 innings under his belt, he's about to hit the century mark in his pitch count now.
Yeah, Matty V, and the way baseball is played these days, it's about 6 innings or 100 heaves, and you're pretty much looking for that bullpen. And D-Roll right now, this guy's pretty vulnerable right now at this game.
Yeah, Dan, you are a monster down that bullpen. That's what it seems to be in today's game. There's 5 or 6 of you guys hanging out down there. So he's going to empty the bucket right here until the manager gets him.
Well hit to right, but foul. We're in the 6th inning now of a 5-1 ball game. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
Pretty standard curve in the dirt, looking for a strikeout there, but that was a good job of recognizing it and holding back at the plate.
So a full count now. Brian Dozier would be next if they can keep this inning alive. The 3-2 pitch. Late swing, but he's still able to get a lot of this one out toward deep right field. Into the flag court and gone. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. First home run of the campaign for him, and it's now a 5-2 game.
Well, he was on cruise control, just needing one more out to get out of the inning, but he came up with a plan. Base is empty. He didn't have to think about shooting one to the opposite field or shortening the swing to move the runners. He just wound up and let her rip. A solo shot is the result.
In now, Brian Dozier, as he comes up empty on a pitch right down the middle for strike one. No hits to this point. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Missed with a slider. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going.
Classic change of speeds right there. Threw the hitter's timing off. Got a late foul ball. Interested to see where he goes now.
He'll try again. 1-2. Line hard to the left side. But foul. 2 out, nobody on. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
So he threw the slider darting away to him 2 times in a row. Now I don't think he'll go for it again. I'm looking for something hard inside on this pitch.
And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. Twins do draw closer, however, and they do it via the solo home run. Through 5.5, it's the Orioles 5 and the Twins 2. Digging in to try it again, Colby Rasmus is hoping to avoid the hat trick. He struck out in each of his first 2 plate appearances so far. Ball 1.
I'm sure he's frustrated by that call. Probably could have been a strike, but at the same time, earning strikes from the umpire is a real thing. If you've been all over the place like he has, you're just not going to get much help from the umpires.
Two and 0 to the Baltimore left fielder. Now some action out in the Minnesota pen, as it looks like both a lefty and a right-hander are up to throw. The 2-0 on the way. A swing and a miss, strike 1. Now the 2-1. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2. Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one.
That's the 3rd time in this game he's gone down on strikes. Not the game he was hoping to have when he was taking batting practice, but at least his guys are ahead.
Into the box now, Caleb Joseph. As he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. The windup and the 0-1. Grounded foul toward the coaching box at 3rd. 5-2 is our score here in inning number 6. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. Hit in the air to center field. Buxton has it in his tracks. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Up next for the Orioles, 3rd baseman, Brooks Robinson.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Brooks Robinson. He was punched out looking at strike 3 last time through. First delivery to him on the way. And a breaking ball stays outside. Just a tick behind for a strike.
I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Yeah, and they set him up with that curveball on the pitch before, and that one, they just blew right by him.
And they could go either way now, I suppose.
2 balls and a strike to the Orioles leadoff hitter. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. 2-2. Just got a piece up the line. That's a foul ball. Now another 2-2. Fouled away.
That fastball must have a little late life on it, because that was right in the wheelhouse and he still wasn't able to get good wood on it.
Count remains 2-2. Killebrew into foul territory, but this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2.
I got to commend him for being a really tough out right now. Not everyone will battle like this with 2 outs and nobody on.
Looking to send him packing again. Swing and a liner, but foul.
Hey, he's got 4 foul balls in this AB right here. He's really making this pitcher grind for everything.
And another foul ball. Another full count pitch home. And that's low, ball 4.
Man, as a pitcher, I can tell you that is so frustrating. He's got 2 outs and he wants to get that 3rd out as quickly and painlessly as possible, but that hitter makes him work his tail off and he still loses him.
Now here comes the Twins manager on his way to the mound, and he's going to motion for the bullpen, as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. 5 2/3 innings of work on his final ledger, as he was not particularly sharp from the get-go here. Trevor May is out from the bullpen now, as he'll make his first appearance here on the season.
Trevor May.
Trey Mancini will be the first to greet him here, as he stands in with a runner at first and 2 away. First pitch coming. Here it is. No balls and a strike to count. One and one. Robinson is off at first with 2 away. And he took something off of it there. It's 1 and 2.
Great job on those last 2 pitches of varying speeds. Gave him a hard fastball, and then he locked him up with a changeup.
The 1-2 is at the knees and called strike 3. Orioles leave 1. They're still out in front 5-2. Back here on MLB Network. Orioles leading this one through 6 as we take a look at our game summary to this point. Miguel Sano will stand in here hoping to duplicate what he did back in the 2nd inning, as we flash you back to take another look at his solo home run that helped get this offense rolling. Here's the first pitch to him. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Here's the 0-1. Grounder down the line at third. Played on the backhand. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Number 20, Eddie Rosario.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Eddie Rosario. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. Behind 0-2 now. (5-2) our score as we play inning number 7.
Nope.
Takes something off, but it's 1-2 now. The 1-2. High in the air out to center field. And Jones will handle this one for out number 2.
Now batting, right fielder, Max Kepler.
Max Kepler the next to grab a bat. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. There's a changeup over the outside corner. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. 2 out, nobody on. In there, 2-2.
Well, he snapped that breaking ball off really nice. He'll do well to keep putting it there.
All even at 2-2. Here it is. And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ball game, and the inning is over. Twins are set down 1-2-3, and the deficit remains 5-2. Striding in once again, Eddie Murray. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate.
Eddie Murray.
Here comes the first pitch. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1. A ball and a strike.
Good pitch right there from the reliever. Tough for hitters to do much with pitches in that location unless they're looking for it.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Hit hard down the left field line, but this will be foul.
He might not want to throw that one again. I know his timing was a little bit off at the dish, but he kept his hands back. Just missed that one. Fouled that one off really hard.
And he will whip this one over to first in time for the out.
Oh, man, you can't hit a ball any harder than that. I mean, this ball gets on him in a heartbeat. Nice job to stay with it, though, and then make the out at first.
Digging in once again, Cal Ripken. It was a single for him in his last at-bat. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A high fastball is in there.
You know, you look at this hitter, he doesn't care about being down 0-1. He doesn't care about having 2 strikes with him. He's got the utmost confidence in his ability to work back into the count and get him something over the heart of the plate.
The 0-1 delivery. Hit the other way out toward right field. And that's in there, base hit. And this is going to rattle up against the out-of-town scoreboard now.
Boy, there's a long drive bullet off the wall right there, but the outfielder does a really good job, D-Row, of getting that one quickly and getting it back in to keep him at first for a long single.
Yeah, and also a nice job by the base runner not there. Not putting his head down, being over-aggressive and getting thrown out at second base. He saw the play happening in front of him and put the brakes on and got back for a base hit.
Yeah, D-Row, I think he would have been toast if he tried to stretch that one into a double.
First offering on its way. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball one. Ripken stands at first with one out. Line down the left field line, but this is going to get foul. The 1-1 home. Taken, strike two.
If I'm the guy in the batter's box right here, I have to take a step out, adjust my batting gloves, take the pull side out of it, because that was 3 fastballs in a row.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. Line toward right center. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1-for-3 game so far.
Even though that pitcher was able to execute in off the plate, batter was able to keep his hands inside that baseball and drive it up the middle.
Here's Jonathan Schoop now, as he'll take a changeup here for strike one. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. And a slider misses here. 2 balls and a strike.
A lot of times you see guys get too aggressive and try to do too much at the plate with guys on, but right here he's doing a great job of waiting on the right pitch. Got himself ahead in the count now.
Missed with a breaking ball. On deck, the dangerous Adam Jones. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
3-2.
Payoff pitch home. He loses him on ball 4.
These guys on defense are still within striking distance, but after that walk, 1 swing of the bat could really blow this thing wide open.
Here's the center fielder now, Adam Jones. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. From the belt, kicks and deals. And this is taken outside for ball 1.
This game is getting interesting real quick. And the last thing you want to do on the mound is fall behind. Needs to get back in the strike zone right here.
The 1-0 is in there for strike 1. Bases are loaded with only one out. Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2.
Well, when the pressure starts to intensify, it often feels like the strike zone gets harder and harder to hit. This is a big spot here.
Now the 2-1 is taken for strike 2.
With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout or you're still looking for the double play ball?
This is a great spot to be in as a pitcher. You have 2 strikes, you can bury one for a potential strikeout, and at worst, keep the ball down in the zone. You might be able to turn one pitch into an ending double play.
Bases are loaded here, 1 man out. And this is on the ground to short. Could be 2. There's 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, the side is retired. Just what the doctor ordered. He gets the double play to get him out of the inning. More baseball on MLB Network right after this.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Orioles, number 56, Aaron O'Shea.
The next twin up, Jason Castro. It was a backwards K, a strikeout looking for him in his last at-bat.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. Smoked on the ground up the middle. Oh, he does get to it to knock it down. And a great job to stick with it here as he gets the first out of the inning. There's a look at the final line for the Orioles starter, and that's exactly how he hoped to get this season started on opening day. Here's Byron Buxton now. His head-to-head with Darren O'Day. He's 1 for 5. The pitch. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1.
Hey, let's not sugarcoat this. This is a huge half inning right here. They have to find a way to score a few runs. They do not want to face the closer needing 3 runs in the 9th. That means game over.
The 1-0. And it's fouled away. The 1-1 home. Misses, ball 2. 1 out, nobody on. To 2-2 now.
That is such a tough pitch to lay off right there, but you have to find a way. There's nothing you're going to do with that low sinker except foul it into your shin or hit a ground ball to the left side.
Ground ball right side. A spin and a throw. Spin throw. Got it at first, and that was not easy with that guy running down the line. 8th inning now for Memorial Park. O's leading this one as you get a look at the line score there through the first 7 innings of play. At the plate, Jorge Polanco. 2 away here in the 8th, and time's running out on him, Danny.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of outs left to work with, so it's time for someone to make something happen if they're going to get back into this thing.
comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. A tough sinker on the inside corner.
Hey, I don't blame this guy right here. I would have took the first pitch myself. All you got is kneecaps and elbows coming at you.
Here's the 0-1. And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1. We're in the 8th inning now of a 5-2 ball game. Sinker misses that time, and it's 2-1. Now a ball lined to the left side, but this will be a foul ball. This is lined to left, and that'll make him 1 for 4 in this one. So the 2-out hit keeps the top of the 8th inning extended.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to thrust him in, Hero, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
First offering on its way. And that sinker misses at the shoe tops. Ball 1. Swing and a liner. Foul. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Two balls and a strike. Here it is. Line toward right center. But he will run this one down in right center. A tough L9, and the inning is over. One left for Minnesota. They trail 5-2.
Your attention, please. Now
a new pitcher to tell you about now is it'll be the hard-throwing Fernando Rodney that gets the nod here. In now for the O's, Colby Rasmus. His past history with Fernando Rodney, just a 3 for 13 batting line. 7 strikeouts on the stat sheet as well. Swing and a liner. And that's a base hit. So a little first pitch swinging there as he's on to kick off the inning.
Hey, look at this guy compete right there. Nice base hit. Are you kidding me? He had already had the hat trick. He was staring the golden sombrero straight in the face, and he said, no dice.
Stepping in now, Caleb Joseph. Into center field, line drive base hit.
Whoa, that ball was close, whizzed right by his head. I think he probably heard it go by, guys. That's pretty unsettling for a pitcher. Trust me, I know.
Standing in now, Brooks Robinson, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. The 0-1 takes a fastball on the inside corner.
Sometimes guys get a little less aggressive pitching with a couple runners on base, but not here. That was 2 good fastballs to take control of the bat and get the count to 0-2.
just a touch outside. 1-2.
That's a great take right there. You knew the pitcher was going to try and expand the zone. 0-2 in a big spot, and he was able to spit on that one. Hopefully get something in the heart of the plate this pitch.
Drives it out to deep right center field. Kepler's on his horse, but he's not going to get there, and he's headed for extra bases again. And now this is thrown wildly, just getting it into the infield. And that'll score the runner from second to make this a 6-2 ball game now.
Now batting, left fielder, Trey.
And here's the big right-handed power threat, Trey Mancini. He's looking for hit number 3 here in this at-bat. Here comes the first pitch. Nowhere close with the fastball to begin the at-bat. It's ball 1.
Got to believe the manager didn't have this in mind when he went to the bullpen. This reliever's got to step up right here. It's starting to tickle a little bit after getting hit around early.
The 1-0 delivery. That swung on and missed. We're even at 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
It's not that easy to make a good hitter look that bad, but that's what happens when you can bring that fastball and ride it in on the inner half of the plate right there. You can get some pretty ugly swings.
Digging in the switch hitter, Eddie Murray. He's driven in 4 already, and yet another big RBI opportunity for him right here.
Matt, they couldn't have asked for anyone to hit better in this spot than this guy right here. He looks dialed in at the plate right now.
And it looks as though the decision makers in the dugout will give him a free pass to first, so the bases are loaded here on the intentional walk, and the force play is now in order.
Well, they felt it was better to take the bat out of the hands of a guy like that. He's just too dangerous, and they decided they'll take their chances with the next guy in the lineup.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Strike 1 to start the at-bat.
This is a tough spot in game right here, but when you're a veteran pitcher and you've seen these kind of situations throughout your career, you step back, you make quality pitches, and you trust you'll wiggle your way out of it.
The 0-1 delivery. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Joseph, the runner at third. Robinson over at second. Murray at first. 1 gone. And this is swung on and missed. Oh, a huge punch out there as the bases remain loaded with 2 away now.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Geez, I mean, that fastball was way behind him when the swing came through the zone. I have to think he was looking for something off speed, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball.
Here's Manny Machado now, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Here comes the 0-1. And a neck-high fastball that time. With past history with Fernando Rodney, he's hitless in 3 at-bats. A little bit outside. 2-1.
Well, things are bad enough as it is right now. 1 run in, base is juiced, and now he's falling behind the count. You can bet the guy at the plate is thinking about making this a 5-run inning in a hurry.
And that pitch catches the inside corner. Bases are loaded here, 2 down.
I know it's a guessing game, but usually when you flip that coin, it better come up fastball at this level. He cannot be late right there. That was right in the wheelhouse.
Rodney's ready. Here's the 2-2. Got him. So the damage winds up not being as bad as it could have been, as they'll strand the bases loaded. The side is retired. Orioles get a run on the RBI double. Last chance coming up here for the Twins. It's the Orioles 6 and the Twins 2. Michael Gibbons comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the ninth.
Michael Gibbons.
Harmon Killebrew will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here, a solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ball game to this point. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Fouled off. The 0-1 delivery. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup.
Boy, he juked him out of his shoes with that changeup. Stood almost no chance of doing anything with it, but it probably looked good coming in.
And he fouls this one off. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out.
The batter, number 2, second baseman, Brian Dozier.
Here's Brian Dozier now, who could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Here comes the first pitch. And you wonder about the control now as he misses high with the slider. Now the 1-0. Misses for the second ball. Looks like a lefty and a right-hander throwing in the Baltimore bullpen. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Three and 0. Miguel Sano will be next. Here it is, the 3-0. He's a heater in there for a strike. The 3-1 finds the zone to fill the count. 3-2. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. Jones is there. And he brings it in on the warning track.
Now batting, third baseman, Miguel Sano.
Here's Miguel Sano. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the ninth. First pitch coming. Here it is. And that misses low and away. Ball one. The 1-0. Misses off the plate. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Lays off, and it's 3-0. And that one's taken outside for a ball. He walked him. So no 1-2-3 inning here. They've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
That is just a great at-bat there. When you're down late, you need base runners any way you can get them. And that never say die mentality could be the difference. We'll see how it plays out.
Stepping in, Eddie Rosario. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. From the stretch, here's the pitch. A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
That pitch was right down the heart of the plate, but obviously this guy had made up his mind on the on-deck circle. He was taken all away, and he was going to zone him up.
Slider taken here. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here it comes on 1-1. Turned on down the line, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. Final strike for the Twins. Crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. Hit hard on the ground is short. Machado has it. Throw on to second for the force, and the ball game is over.
Always nice to get the first game of the series, but even more so when it's in front of the home crowd. Seems to energize everybody the rest of the series.
6-2 the final total today. The O's jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Jim Palmer earns his first win of the season as he racked up 10 strikeouts in the effort. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and the rest of our crew. This is Matt Vasgersian, and you've been watching a presentation of MLB Network. See you next time.
Our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Orioles, 6 runs on 13 hits. No errors. They left 12 men on base. For the Twins, 2 runs on 4 hits. No errors. They left 5 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours exactly. Our paid attendance here at the ballpark this afternoon, 48,876. The Orioles would like to thank you for attending today's ball game and remind you to please drive home safely.